Hi, welcome to Colorado Brew Talk Video. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Mike.
And so here we have our second installment of the remote social distancing experiment that we've decided to try with the videos. So
YouTube
first one
extravaganza.
Extravagant. Well, I don't know about extravaganza, but the first one I think went pretty well.
Yeah,
We got good feedback from loved ones, so then it must be awesome.
Yeah.
If our wives and loved ones said, "Yeah, you guys did good," but really, so it's no, I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, me too.
Since we're not able to be in the same room with each other.
It's a decent format, I think, and we kind of, I think we ironed out a couple of bugs, and hopefully we got better audio this time. And although our video is lagging a little bit, hopefully that doesn't get too bad.
Yeah, well, I think it would be unusual in these circumstances for a video not to lag. It's, you're watching a newscast and they doing a Skype call, and if it doesn't lag, I'm like, yeah, they're pulling a fast one. That guy's really in the next room.
It's like the movie ones.
Skype. But anyway,
that's one thing I noticed about movies is they're always FaceTiming now.
Yeah, no matter where they are, they could be in a boat.
Yeah,
in a speedboat in the middle of the ocean. They do FaceTime and it's crystal clear and no lag. And
it always drove me crazy with like the White House movies or television shows where they call people down to their office. It's like, dude, why don't you just tell me on the phone? It's like, oh, because on the phone it's not as good, cinema wise. So they call them down. They could film them both talking.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, that and I don't want to get in a big one. This is not a movie podcast, but the ones that bother me are when, I don't know if you've noticed it, but like Law and Order, for example, and they're talking and they're literally this far apart from each other.
Oh, yeah.
I've never talked to somebody. I don't talk to my wife like that, let alone a coworker.
What's funny is a long time ago, I messed my leg up pretty bad and I couldn't walk real well for a long time. And I noticed I'd watch a show and someone would run. And I was like, how are they doing that? Because I've become so accustomed to moving slowly. And now we're watching something and someone got right in someone's face. They're like, whoa, 6 feet, get back.
And you're not wearing a mask. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, people? No kidding. So, well, let's get into the beer.
The important stuff.
So we had a fortuitous happening of events. As Jesse said, hey, we went and got these Philly Cheesesteak subs, and Cogstone's right across the street. So I grabbed Cogstone, and they didn't have the beer I wanted, but they had this amazing, they had a peach cider that Jesse's wife found amazing. Yes. Well, his wife told my wife, and I was like, I could go get some of that. And it's like, hey, by the way, Taste of Philly's right across the street. So we did the same thing the next day.
Yep. And so for people that live in Colorado Springs, if you've ever had a true Philly cheesesteak from the Philadelphia area, southeastern Pennsylvania, and you haven't been to Taste of Philly, you're missing out, because they are as authentic as I think you can possibly get outside of Philadelphia, having been born and raised in the area. So, and if you're listening from the Philadelphia area,
then cheesesteaks.
You have to take my word for it.
So what do you got there, Jesse?
Anyway, I have something that we've sampled before on this very podcast. The Cogstone COS Common, which is their what's the word I'm looking for? Their
California.
They're doing California Common. Yeah, I was like their interpretation of California Common.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I have their cream ale. So, and these guys are wizards with cream ales and vegetable beers. I mean, all their beers are good, but they really shine in cream ales.
So, yeah. So when I was there talking to the brewer, Robert was helping me out. I was slightly disappointed because I looked on one of their online menus and they had a bunch of Belgian beers. They had a triple, a double, a blonde, and I think a wit. So they had like 4 Belgian beers. And they had none of them because they have to get some of these other ones off the tap before they could tap the Belgian beers. But as we were discussing that, he said they also had the beet beer coming back, which if you've never had that, that is, you need to experience it.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is.
I had never actually. I don't know if I'd ever had beets before I had that beet beer.
And it was quite good. It was,
Yeah, which is funny because Lost Friend has a beet sour beer that they're bringing back pretty quick too.
oh yeah, I think I'd seen that. Yeah, I think he also said they're bringing back that cucumber cream ale too.
See, that's that cucumber beer. I've had a number of them. That one really shines because
Yeah.
a lot of cucumber beers get watery, and that one's not watery at all. So.
Yeah, I remember that one being good. Oh, I poured that one up a little aggressively.
So, and I think that menu that you found wasn't the one that was accessible from the web page, right?
It was on the webpage. I don't remember how I got there, but I think they may have put it out there a month ago in anticipation of it being ready at this time. Because I think if all things being this as normal, all the Belgians would have been tapped by now. He said they were ready to go. They just didn't have room for them on their taps.
That's good for the future because remember we went in there that one time and they had a bunch of Belgians and they're all real good.
See, I don't remember them ever doing Belgians. I didn't think that was something that he ever did. I don't remember though.
Yeah, I could have sworn there was one trip we went and they had a whole bunch of Belgians. I could be wrong though, but
okay.
But if you go to their website, they have a beer list and that one's accurate except for I think it still had the raspberry brown on it and that one's gone now.
Yeah, I was disappointed they didn't have that one too. But they have plenty in stock, so I recommend. And then like you said, anything they have is exemplary. So can't go wrong. So I think when we did this video for the California Common, the style tasting, we got this, and then we also got the Anchor Steam, and I think I just finished my last Anchor Steam the other night, and so I remember what that style tastes like, and this one a little bit darker than that, as I recall. It was a little bit more caramel colored as opposed to golden,
which I'm pretty sure is good for the style. Or that's accurate as far as the style goes.
Yeah, I agree. And this one might be a little bit hoppier, but not aggressively hoppy. So, because I seem to remember that California Common, steam beer was like pretty sweet.
Yeah, it did have like a residual sweetness to it.
Yeah,
I like caramel malt in that one too.
Yeah. I thought it tasted like honey when I first tried it.
Yeah.
So, but this is definitely delicious.
The cream ale is everything you'd want in a nice lawnmower beer. It's delicious, slightly malty, nice medium finish. It's not sweet or bitter. Maybe a little bit of sweetness to it, but I could probably drink a couple of gallons of this.
Yeah, I should try that again. It's been a long time since I've had that.
That's a nice beer.
Yeah, seems like the only cream ale I seem to remember ever drinking is like Genesee, and it's.
Oh yeah.
But that's been years.
Yeah.
So
the California Common, I'll tell you what, I really dig that style. We got the Big Brew coming up next week, and we're going to be getting some wort from Pike's Peak. We mentioned it last episode, and I'm going to add a bunch of caramel malt to it, water it down a little bit just to get the gravity down, and then make a California Common, but with Kveik Yeast.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Kveik Common?
Norwegian Common.
I was trying to, find a city there, but, a city in Norway that had a K start. Sure, it'd be easy, but the Kveik strains are from particular farmsteads. And I didn't want to pick a city that, doesn't like the farmstead. So I just call it Kveik Common.
Yeah. If you use for example, the Voss strain, and you pick their arch enemies up north. And
exactly.
I can't believe this guy.
Yeah, it'd be like if we had our own yeast strain from Colorado and someone made a beer and call it, the Raider cream ale or whatever it is. You were like, hey, we hate those Raiders.
Oh my God. And you'd be getting death threats, and it's just not worth it. So speaking of which, I had a question. So the Big Brew is, as I recall, it's like 85% 2-row, 10%
Munich, I think.
Munich. Yep. And then 5%.
Crystal. They just say crystal. Yeah.
Yeah, crystal. Yep. Thank you for refreshing my memory. So I want to keep a pale ale type of thing, but I don't want to do an India pale ale. So I was thinking of trying to keep the IBUs like in the 30 range.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was looking at an IBU calculator online. And I'm thinking if I just get like, do you have any, well, I guess first of all, do you have any hops that you would recommend for that? I mean, besides the normal, the Chinook or the Cascade, do you have any interesting hops recommendations for me?
I don't, because actually I was thinking, because I'm giving you that Hornindale yeast.
Yep.
And it said it goes well with the C strains.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So I would have, if I wanted IPA, I would have probably stuck with, Chinook, Cascade, and Centennial.
Yeah.
Just because it brings out those flavors or complements them.
Yeah. Okay.
As far as IBUs, I'd water it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then look up, see what the ratios are. There's like a gravity point to IBU ratio that they expect for styles, and just get it in that ratio for pale ale.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to kind of do. And then, like I said, the IBU calculator that I had, you can actually put in the alpha acids, the alpha acids for and it's obviously hop strain agnostic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just based on the alpha acids, and then it tells you that you put in if it's going to be a bittering hop, 60 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. And then at the end, it spits out and says, "Oh, it's going to be a 30 IBU." So I was just kind of playing around with that. So I was thinking, like, if I had like a bittering hop that's like 10 alpha acid at 10, and then have one at the end for aroma that's like a little bit less, less alpha acid, maybe that would work. I don't know. I'm trying to keep the. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say one mistake I keep making, or I realized I've been making, is when I scale a beer, I'll usually. Or even do hop substitution, I'll substitute it based on the alpha acid of the hop, and which is great for bittering. That's perfectly fine. But when you get into flavor and aroma, the alpha acid doesn't play such a big role. So I decided the next time I do that, I'm going to substitute, the flame out and 5-man editions by weight rather than alpha acid.
Yeah, makes sense. So I think I have some leftover. I can't remember what kind of hops I have, but I think they're IPA or pale ale type. I think it's a C hop, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll use that for the aroma, the flavor hop, and then just get something with a lot of alpha or deliver at the 10% range for the bittering hop and see how that goes.
Yeah.
I was going to look at this as a nice big experiment. Yeah. Hopefully it turns out. If not, I'll have 5 gallons of crap I have to get rid of.
Well, of course, the hops you put in at the very beginning, that's where all the bitterness comes from, or the majority of it. So, and you can use whatever you want. So you throw some Magnum in there. I think Chinook's pretty high alpha acid too.
So. Yeah. The one I have is like 7%. I wish I could remember. My memory's shot. I can't remember what I have and what I don't have. Look it up. But so, okay, I just wanted to get your take on that. So, but yeah, otherwise I don't think I'm going to do any type of steeping grains, and you're kind enough to hook me up with some yeast. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to trying it.
And they're doing an ingredient exchange in the parking lot afterwards.
I saw that.
Yeah. And I've got a pile of hops I could probably give you.
Okay.
They're like a year old, but they're unopened.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. I saw Josh said that he was going to, in that email that you had forwarded to me, he said that he had a bunch of hops that he was going to let people pick through as well.
Yeah. So, last year Gary brought like a big box of hops and was passing them out.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I want to rely on that, but I'll probably still hit
I wouldn't. I mean, I'd buy my own hops and then, go there, and if I want to swap something out, swap it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what the plan was.
Yeah.
So cool. All right. Well, this should be interesting.
So for our viewers, tomorrow we're gonna go over Jerry's house, and we're gonna maintain social distance. We're gonna do a bottle swap. A while ago, the club had planned a alt beer competition, and he and I split our batches in half and did one batch with Dusseldorf, with the Dusseldorf yeast, and one batch with a Kolsch yeast. So we're going to try the 4 of those. And that should be on the next episode. Jerry's joining us, we hope.
So, yeah, that'll be fun. So you're not saving it because that was brewed specifically for a competition that is probably either at the very best going to be delayed, if not canceled altogether.
Yeah.
Right. So, and you're not going to worry about saving any for the competitions.
No, not really. I mean, I might have a couple left over, but I really think I'd like to brew a lot more alt beer. And at this point, you know, I don't know when the competition's going to be, but I'd definitely be willing to brew it again.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
You like them, right? You had them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, they were very good. Yeah.
Yeah. And did I twist your arm real hard to get you to say you liked them?
I don't think so. I think you were holding one of my children by the arm, but I think that's about it.
Oh,
Nothing,
yeah. And you'd be like, oh, it's terrible. Break it. Break it. Just kidding.
Do as you will. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, no, it was good. Enjoyed them.
Yeah, and then we should have so I have a single ready, and I'm giving some of that single to Jerry, and hopefully Mike, we're going to try to get their single when they're ready, because that was another competition that was scheduled, which who knows when it's going to happen. And we're going to try to do a tasting all those. Hopefully we could get Mike on the show too. I think we mentioned all this last episode.
It sounds like something we would have mentioned.
Yeah.
But plans are solidifying, which is worth mentioning, I suppose.
Yeah. So did you see they just approved another paycheck protection thing aimed at slow businesses?
Yeah, well, no.
Small businesses. And I was hoping some of these breweries can get a chunk of that to help them out.
Yeah, I hope so. It sounds like there were some issues with the money getting to where it needed to be, at least initially. So hopefully this will
the first round. I guess a lot of bigger companies got them. And they ran out fast.
Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully that would be, because I know we discussed this at length in the last one, so I don't want to rehash all that, but yeah, it'd be a shame. Well, I think, you said you'd asked about that when you went to Cogstone, didn't you?
Yeah, I asked Mark about it, and they're of course worried about it and hoping that they can open them back up in May. That's up in the air though. Maybe like they're talking in a couple of weeks, maybe doing half capacity. So, I don't know how that's going to work, but I don't know. I guess that would work. You could put everyone 6 feet apart.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. Yeah. And speaking Cogstone specifically, they just expanded so that they'd still be able to get quite a few people in there.
I'm sure as a brewer, you'd rather do that than nothing.
Yeah, well, it's any type of business. Like, any business is better than no business. So for sure. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. Fingers crossed.
So we're talking about trying to do one of these at least once a week. I think Jesse might have mentioned twice a week. Is that correct?
Yeah. I figure since it's going pretty well, if I can work out my video issues here, because I've been stopping a lot. I don't know if you've been noticing that or not.
Yeah.
So if I can work that out, then I think that'd be, might as well. It's not like we have anything else to do.
Yeah. So if you got something you want us to talk about, like I said, we got a couple tastings lined up, but if you got something you want us to talk about, let us know. Leave a comment. I should have said it in the beginning, but don't forget to subscribe. Hit like on the video. Tell your friends.
If you have any suggestions for me what to do with the beer, I'm all ears. The hops, I'm sure there's hopefully somebody listening is a hop guru and they can leave a comment. Let me know.
Because we got a full week before you're going to get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because this show will probably hit tonight, which is Friday, maybe tomorrow instead. And we're picking up the beer a week from tomorrow. So May 2nd.
Yeah. May 2nd. And they're doing a virtual toast, which, yeah.
Well, when you do the toast with everyone else, you can feel the love.
Can you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's scientifically proven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should.
I've experienced it myself.
Maybe I should not poo-poo it then.
So,
If you can actually physically feel the love.
do you know what that is?
Is that? That's one of mine. Is it Belgium?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
You can't read it. It says Belgian double, but isn't this big double in Little Belgium?
Big Double in Little Belgium. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the. It took me a long. It takes me a long time to name my beers. Some people can come up with witty, clever names, and I struggle.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do.
Yep. That's okay. I've been naming mine like alt beer number 1. Kolsch alt beer.
Yeah.
You know, just lame stuff.
I will probably give up on that on the naming thing eventually and just go to here's a double.
Yeah, sometimes I come up with like I'd like the right proper for that Russian Imperial Stout.
Oh yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, that seemed appropriate. So,
You good?
but yeah, well, let me know what you think of the Belgian. For those who, I'm sure we mentioned this on the show before, but right after I brewed and fermented in the first Belgian that we tried, that double, it was super clovey, and very carbonated, over carbonated. So I had one last night, I think, and man, it's really coming to its own. I think.
Oh yeah,
It's nice and smooth and sweet.
like I found that the clove and banana flavors, they fade away pretty quickly. The yeast will eat them up, metabolize them. Yeah. Actually, Jeffrey Ehrman at Paradox said that you want a banana clovey beer to put sour in because the bread will eat that stuff right up.
Hmm.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
But anyway, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I think so. Probably more than it should have been, but
short and
yeah,
sweet.
No, this was a good talk.
Yeah. Okay, well, until next time. Cheers.
I was stuck. Thanks for watching our video. Check out our website at coloradobrewtalk.com for more great content.
While you're there, be sure to leave us a comment or drop us a line with your thoughts.
You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at CO Brew Talk, or follow the links below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future content.
Or episodes, as the case may be.